Uh, Dear all, a very good day. The present video illustrates a more technical discussion about the threshold voltage. Okay, and it discusses the various components of threshold voltage. The previous video is a very simplified version, whereas in this video we will see each and every technical details of the threshold voltage. The equations in the previous video and this video may vary, however, both the equations are correct in their individuality. Okay, the previous content was taken from a different book, this has been taken from a different book. Okay, threshold voltage. There are following four components of threshold voltage, or there are the following four components which affect the threshold voltage. Okay, the first one is the work function difference between the gate and the channel. So there is a work function difference between gate, okay, that is the metal gate, polysilicon gate, and the silicon channel formed by electrons. Okay, then the gate second component is the gate voltage component to charge the surface, change the surface potential. See, the whole substrate was p type and we are creating a n type region in a p type substrate, so a voltage is required for this process as well. Okay, so the component of gate voltage which is required for changing the surface potential or inverting the surface potential is this component. Then the third component is the gate voltage component to offset depletion charges. We have previously discussed that dielectric material has depletion charges present within them. Okay, then there are other depletion processes which are occurring within the channel as well if we apply a negative gate voltage. So to compensate for all the depletion charges, to even invert the accumulation into inversion, some gate voltage component is required. Then finally the voltage component to offset the fixed charges in the gate oxide and in the silicon dioxide layer. Okay, so the dielectric material consists of fixed charges. Okay, and there may be some impurities as well. So this is the component which is responsible. So this voltage component of the gate is responsible for neutralizing those charges. Okay, now the work function difference between the gate and the channel is given by phi Gc and reflects the built-in potential of the MOS system. The MOS system consists of p-type substrate and SiO2 layer and the gate electrode. Okay, that is why it has been named as MOS device, metal oxide semiconductor. So depending on the material and the work function difference, we have two types of phi Gc. Okay, if we are using a metal gate, then it will be phi substrate minus phi m, that is phi f for substrate and phi m for the metallic gate. If we are using a polysilicon gate, then substrate is also of silicon, gate is also of silicon, in short it is polysilicon, so it is not too different from silicon. So we can write phi Gc as phi substrate again minus, for a polysilicon gate we can write it as phi Gc is equal to phi f substrate minus phi f gate. Thus the first component of the threshold voltage accounts for the part of voltage drop across the MOS system that is built in. So from gate to the channel there is a drop in the system, voltage system. So this is the first component of the threshold voltage. Okay, now the externally applied gate voltage must be changed to achieve surface inversion. Okay, to change the surface potential. So now if we will assume that there was accumulation region, so first we need to convert accumulation into depletion and then we have to convert depletion into inversion. So the voltage which is required to convert a p-type surface into n-type surface is the second component, and this is given by minus 2 phi f. This is the second component of the threshold voltage. Then another component of the applied gate voltage is necessary to offset the depletion charges which is due to the fixed acceptor ions located in a depletion region near the surface. Okay, now the whole MOS device is a sort of a capacitor, so there will be depletion charges. Okay, then channel is going to be formed, so NNP type channel can also make depletion charges, so we need to remove these depletion charges as well. Okay, so this depletion charge density at the surface inversion is given by phi s, that can be written as phi f, and can be calculated as QBO, that is equal to minus under root of 2 QNA epsilon dash I minus 2 phi f. Okay, this equation can be observed from here as well, how this equation come into being. Okay, or why we have taken surface potential as minus phi f. So this is the reason here. So if the surface or the body is biased at a different voltage than the source, we have gone through it time and again that source is at a ground potential. So if a body is not at the ground potential, okay, then depletion region charge density can be expressed as a function of source to substrate voltage VSB. Okay, and it is given by QB is equal to minus 2q Na epsilon Si minus 2 phi f plus VSB. So in this equation VSB term will also be additional, or it will be added. Now the component that offset the depletion region charges is equal to minus QB upon Cox, where Cox is the oxide capacitance per unit area. So we are taking this oxide capacitance into consideration now along with the charges. Okay, and this is the depletion region charges. Now Cox is given by epsilon ox upon Tox. It is important to note that Tox here is thickness of oxide, which we were earlier taking as D. Okay, so be very careful when you are looking at notation from different textbooks as well. Finally, the inference of non-ideal phenomena must be taken into consideration. So there exists a fixed positive charge density Qox at the interface between the gate oxide and the silicon substrate due to the impurities and or imperfections in the interface. So the gate voltage component that is necessary to offset the position of charges at the interface is minus Qox upon Cox. Okay, so these are all the components, and if we will combine all these different components of the threshold voltage, okay, we will look that all these voltage components can be combined to form a threshold voltage. For a good substrate bias, or for a zero substrate bias, sorry, not a good substrate bias but a zero substrate bias, the threshold voltage can be expressed as VTO. Okay, so at zero substrate bias, threshold voltage is VTO, and it is given by phi GC minus 2 phi f minus QBO upon Cx minus Qox upon Cox. Okay, for non-zero substrate bias, depletion region charge density must be modified to reflect the influence of VSB in this equation, and this can result into equation as Vt is equal to minus phi GC minus 2 phi minus QB upon Cox minus Qox upon Cox. So all the parameters are same except for QB upon Cox. Okay, so threshold voltage can be now calculated as Vt is equal to phi GC minus 2 phi f. Now QB can be divided again into two components, and similarly Qox can be divided. So QB upon Cx minus Qox upon Cox, and QBO upon Cox minus QBO upon Cox. So phi GC minus 2 phi f minus QB upon Cox minus Qox upon Cox is similar to our VTO. And QB minus QBO upon Cox is an additional component due to the substrate bias effect. So it can be expressed as VTO minus QB minus QBO upon Cox. Okay. Therefore, in the above equation, threshold voltage differs from only one term, okay, by in terms of VTO, and this is an additional term. Okay, the substrate bias if term is a simple function of the material constant and the source to substrate voltage VSB. So QB minus QB upon CX can be given by this equation as we have seen previously as well. Okay, the different components of equation are as follow, or the equation is as follow: minus under root of 2 QNA epsilon SI upon COX, which we have seen previously. Then the term comes is this is modulus minus 2 phi f plus VSV minus under root of modulus 2 phi f. Okay, because we cannot take under root of negative terms. Therefore, the most general expression for threshold voltage Vt can be expressed as Vt is equal to Vto plus gamma into this whole term has been taken as gamma here. Okay, so Vto into under root of minus 2 phi plus VSV minus under root of 2 phi f, and gamma is 2qNA into epsilon SI upon Cox. Gamma is the substrate bias or the body bias effect, and equation 8 can be applied for both N channel and P channel transistors. However, sometime in the equation have different polarities for N channel and P channel MOSFET. Okay, since substrate voltages for both the types of MOSFET can vary. Reasons for polarity difference in P type substrate is utilized in N channel, and N channel substrate utilized in P channel MOS devices. Values. So specifically, if we want to look at different values for PMOS and NMOS, these values are as follow. Substrate Fermi potential is negative for PMOS and positive for PMOS. Depletion region charges QBO and QB are negative for NMOS and positive for PMOS. Substrate bias coefficient gamma is positive for NMOS and negative for PMOS. Substrate bias potential or voltage VSB is positive for NMOS and negative for PMOS. Okay. So typically threshold voltage of an enhancement type NMOS is positive, and for the PMOS it is negative. Thank you.